Are we closing a deal? How's the market today? Yes, the market is always good. We don't look into the market is bad. No.
50,
Oh, more than that.
55,
No, we're closing.
60,
Have to go more up.
65. On that commentary around the market and just get to it and do the business. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Things doesn't stop. As I mentioned earlier, and every time, every conversation
Goes there as well.
we get a special deal.
You get a special deal.
We are the special. Alex and Ammy, the best special.
When people find property
The Property Podcast.
Welcome to the Property Podcast at Harcourts New Age. And pan over the camera on this guy's face. It's Ammy Multani. If you know this guy, you know that smile is his calling card. He is probably, I don't say probably actually, he is the most positive salesperson. It's pretty hard to be the most positive person because that's my job in the whole business. But in terms of a salesperson, you won't find a more committed, positive agent than Ammy Multani from Team Alex and Ammy at Harcourts Papakura. These guys are our top performers for the past year. They are Papakura's #1 agents according to Rate My Agent, right?
Yes, you're right. And thank you for the compliment.
Welcome to the Property Podcast. It's good to have you on. It's overdue.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. It's an honor to be here with you, especially in the house. And it's a great compliment to be a positive because it's a real estate is all to be a positive all the time. Doesn't matter where the market is, doesn't matter the things are with you.
Let's get straight into it and just start talking about the market first. If you read One Roof articles this week, you would have seen that there's a ton of property on the market with fewer sales. I think sales for the month of June across Aotearoa dropped significantly on prior months, back to levels around January. What are you seeing in Papakura in the South Auckland market, Ammy? Are you closing deals?
Oh, great question. Are we closing a deal? How's the market today? Yes, the market is always good. We don't look into the market is bad. No. Interest rate high, property rate slightly comes down. When the interest rate comes down, the property price gets adjusted more better. Yes, we sold 5 properties last week in Papakura and Takanini. According to me and Alex, the market is really good. The other thing comes in the action. Who is selling your property? You as the top agent who've been in this game from a while and they've been selling a property. Their numbers not going down. Their numbers are there as it is. Yes, the more properties on the market with the different agents, but the right agent, the agent who's got the market knowledge, who knows how to tackle the buyer's question, how to answer those questions, how to explain them what property is the best and what you selling is a good property and they're buying with the right price. Yes, it's all depend on the agent, and we are selling a good amount of properties.
You are, and so out of those 5 properties sold last week, how many were your listings? All of them, or?
Oh, yes, exactly. Alex and I, we work really on our vendors because vendor is the person who trusted us as in a brand, Alex and Ammy, to sell their property, and we give our best to our vendors and any buyers coming to our property. We try to sell our own properties. Yes, anything we have sold, it was solely our own listings.
Let's stick with 5 properties sold last week. So go through 1 to 5 for those vendors, for those owners. Why were they selling 1 through 5? What's the motivation?
Well, one of the vendor was moved to Australia. The one we sold in Takanini. The second one in Otahu wasn't really performing really. He bought it for a good investment. The things been changing in his family circumstances. He asked us to make a move, and then we sold the property within 4 weeks. I share my experience at the same time in Otahu property. There is 2 properties has been listed by 2 different companies. Not one company, 2 different companies are on the market more than 4 months' time. When me and Alex took our property to the market and we sold within 4 weeks. So that shows who's doing the right job. And third, what we sold in a Papa Toy on a Chroma roll. Well, Craig, that's also an interesting story. That property was with the different brand. I won't name the brand at this stage. Been a couple of months, couldn't sell for 3 months. And then the vendor came to see one of our property in a Twin Park Rise. And they really liked the house. And they shared the experience, what they have done with a different company. Couldn't sell it. They given to us. Well, Alex and I sold that property within 4 weeks. Another 2 in a Twin Park Rise. 102 Twin Park and a 42 Twin Park Rise. 102 Twin Park Rise, beautiful property. Had a 3 2 backup offer and 1 main offer, but the property been sold to the first backup offer. The fifth one, 42 Twin Park Rise, that we sold with the record price in that area, where the 4-bedroom properties are selling around $1,050,000 to $1,070,000. That one we sold up pretty much $100,000 more than anything selling in that area.
So the last 2 properties in Twin Parks, what were the reasons for those vendors moving on? I mean, it's a nice area. Why would you ever leave? What were the reasons for sale?
One of the family of moving to Parramatta Rise side because they got a little one and they need a family sport. Exactly. Ask me how much you need a family sport when you have a kid. And to take the family sport, they're moving to a Parramatta Rise because a husband side family lives around there. The other one, other family is moving to down south because they're done in Auckland. It's like how long you've been living in Auckland. That's all comes in action. And they moving to Taranaki, I believe. I can't really recall the actual address, but yeah, these were the motivation to sell their properties.
There's quite a variety, so
Yeah,
there's not
exactly.
actually one theme, and that's probably goes to the point that life still continues on regardless of what the market's doing. Right? People still get married, people still have kids, people still need to sell. Mum's deceased estate, for example, and so the market continues on going. And it sounds like you guys maybe just block out a bit of the noise about some of that commentary around the market and just get to it and do the business. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Things doesn't stop. As I mentioned earlier, and every time, every conversation we do with the vendor or the purchaser, the market's up and down, but things not stopping. Things are moving, everything moving.
In terms of how to sell your property, if you're thinking about going on the market, let's ask Ammy for some insights. What recommendations are you mostly making at the moment? Are we talking deadline sales? Are we talking auctions? Are we talking price by negotiation? And is it situational, so property by property, owner by owner? Talk to us about what your recommendations are in this kind of market in terms of how to market a property for sale.
Craig, great question. What is the best method to sell my property and what should I do before sell my property? Amazing. We get asked this question every time during every appraisal. 4 different methods. Why we always recommend is auction is the best way to sell your property. That because your property goes on the market, auction gets in the public, people are paying the top dollar to you on the auction day, and that is all unconditional. People do their financial things prior to they come the auction. They do the building inspection, the lawyer check all the documents prior to everything. So any sort of variation needed. So yeah, on a 4th week, if you do run a 3 weeks campaign for an auction, 4th week's auction, you selling your property unconditionally, deposit will get paid within 24 hours after the property gets sold. Deadline sale, price by negotiation. Yes, it's also a great method to sell the property. But look, sometimes you look at the auction rates properties. I was going through the stats. What one of our auctioneer has said, it was a success ratio of auction property was 44%, and the days on the market is less than 30 days. So that shows the market with auction property sells a bit quicker as compared to price by negotiation or deadline sale properties. We do recommend most of our vendors. The deadline auction sale is the best sale method if they want to achieve quick sale for their property. Things what they need to get it done. Yes, we do recommend our vendors. First impression is a last impression. If you keep your property tidy, immaculate all the time, people are willing to pay you the top dollar for their property. You tidy up your lawn, you tidy up inside, and all these little things. What you feel like for everyone, the house is a castle, but do a little efforts into your property to make it more immaculate to achieve a top dollars. This is what we do recommend to our vendors.
Mm-hmm. So you've talked about auction, you've talked about price by negotiation, and the other flavour of that being deadline sale. You guys have taken a couple of properties to market recently at a price, so marketing at a price. Tell me the old scenario of I'm the property seller, you're coming to my house, and we loosely agree that the property is worth around that $750 mark. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm a realistic seller, but then I say, okay, if we're going to market at a price, let's put $800 on it just to allow me that $50 to negotiate. Mm-hmm. What do you kind of say to me in that situation?
Well, me and Alex not in a favor of selling the property with the first week and putting your number on it. No, why you want to show your cards right on the top? We don't recommend that because we have seen during the amount of transaction we have done so far, the people pay more money for their property if they like something. So we say, look, let's try the market with auction or price by extra for 2 weeks before you go to the market.
So what do you think about maintaining wiggle room when you're advertising at a price? So sticking with the 750 and 800, I want to be able to counter back to any kind of offer that I receive, so I end up at 750. Is that a smart thing to do?
Well, when you're selling your property with a negotiation or putting a price on, there's going to be a negotiation, right? And there's going to be back and forth many times. Like if we know the value of your property, how we know the value of the property, similar properties selling surrounded that area with the similar, that's how the property price get decided. And what is the property council value? What sort of the actual? There are certain platforms where does the valuation of the property. We do ask the vendor, have you done sort of anything like that? We come to the market. Negotiation plays a key role into every sale, but it all depends. As an agent, me and Alex not a price barrier or any of the property. We don't dictate the price. Anyone who writes any offers, we do present to the vendor because that's a legal obligation on us. We have to present. That's the first thing we do. If you're an agent, you want to, someone saying they want to write an offer, take the offer. That ensure respect. There's someone taking a time and taking an initiative to write the offer, and you have to present to the vendor.
Let's have a bit of fun, Mr. Ammy. Tell me, in real estate, 3 tools that you simply could not live without. If someone's thinking about getting into real estate, they must have these 3 things. What are they?
Great, 3 things which I can live with it at this stage. My first one is my phone, and that has to be fully charged, not on a flight mode, fully charged, internet connection every time on. The battery runs out by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. The second thing, most important, is your laptop, because things what your laptop can do, your mobile phone can't do. So laptop is solely important with the mouse, either use external mouse or you want to use the trackpad from the laptop. But these 2 things, the first most important part I'll consider at this stage is your iPad. When you go and see your buyers, you need something to write an offer. They want to write an offer. You don't need to go to the office. It's kind of era we're living in. No more papers. When we can, a lot of things, I believe everything has been converted as a digital or digital lifestyle. So Alex and I use a lot as well. I can say, if for everything, it's all about digital. We use iPad to write an offers and everything. These 3 things: phone, laptop, and my iPad, can't live without it.
How many hours are you doing a week? And let me try and guess the number. So 45.
Well, 45 hours a week.
Up or down?
Well, more than that. It's double than that. 45. If you want
50.
Oh, more than that.
55.
No, you're nowhere close.
60.
Have to go more up.
65.
Up.
75.
Pretty close.
80.
Yes.
You guys are putting in 80 hours a week.
That's
80 hours of work a week.
Craig,
I mean, you are the top agents, but other agents watching this thinking, how do I get to the top and what does it actually look like? You're saying it's 80 hours a week?
There is honestly, I'll say, if you want to do 40 hours a week, real estate is not meant for you. It is something like 24/7 available. As soon as you list the property, sometimes the buyers calls us at 8 o'clock at the night. I share the experience. Alex had a call from one of the buyers 10 o'clock as well when we sold a property in a Papa Toi Toi. So your days doesn't stop. You want to go to sleep, but the other buyers and vendors, if they're not going to sleep, they're going to call you and bother you, or they're going to you have to entertain them. So it's kind of industry. 24/7, yes, you can say 75 to 80 hours plus. That is the minimum you have to be available for your vendors and for your buyers if you want to do good in a real estate.
Okay, let's stick with this, right? Because I know you're a proud father as well.
Yeah.
Of not 1 but 2.
2 daughters. Yeah.
Okay, so how tell the audience, 80 hours a week, 2 daughters and a beautiful wife, how does that all play out together and everyone stays happy and you're fulfilling your obligations as the great father that you are? What does that look like for you in a week?
Great question, Craig. Like, you know what? The most important person in my life, I'll say my wife. You need her support all the time. Your life partner has to be there. And I'm blessed with the 2 lovely daughters as well. My morning starts getting them ready off the bed, getting them ready. My wife prepare all the food, and I have to feed them up. The third thing of the day, in my morning, it's to drop. One goes to the school, Everglade, and the second one goes to the daycare center. And that's how from there onward, my morning is to drop them to the school. And then after that, my wife look after them. She's the one who picked up everything. She picked them from the school and does everything if they have to go anywhere. Yes, I do go out with her whenever she needs me. But honestly, she's an amazing for me. Then it wasn't possible. Doing 80 hours or anything 7, let's say in other words, being available for you buyers and vendors 24/7 and 365 days a year, it's not possible without your life partner, Craig.
Being a real positive guy, Ammy, there's going to come times where you need to deliver news that people don't want to hear. No one came through your open home. Your property is priced too high. How do you kind of handle those situations? How do you feel about giving someone bad news?
Giving a bad news to the vendors, it's not an easy thing. Delivering bad news to the beautiful people who are awesome to you, they trusted you when they given their listing to you to sell their house. It's not an easy task. You have to be but in the end, we will be the only honest people. We have to deliver the honest message to the vendors. Look, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, this is what happened. Had nobody. And all the feedback comes up. I can share slightly my recent experience. 2 days ago, we had listed one property in Papakura, and they're just awesome people. Just like I felt so good when I see them, but I didn't feel good at all when I delivered the message to them. Alex, I suggested with Alex, would you like to deliver the message? He goes, this is so good. I don't want to be, I can't deliver that sort of a message. But look, I picked up. But yes, it wasn't easy.
What was the message?
A lot of things. They didn't manage their property pretty well since they bought externally. Condition is slightly bad. And kind of number they've been looking to make a move out of Oakland, it's not there. Then we asked them, hey, look, what is more important for you, the money or to make the move? Oh, and they chosen them. Oh, that was the most important question, which for us to be asked as well. And they said, move is the most important. Then we delivered the rest of the message. So yeah, it wasn't easy. Right.
Let's have some more fun. So you love Papakura. You're all about Papakura. Live and breathe it. Give me your 3 best spots to go and have lunch or dinner in Papakura.
Oh, there's another Indian restaurant open up. I don't like much Indian restaurant, but just their food is really good. Urban Tarka, that's a really good restaurant, recently been open. The second place, Alex like to go sushi. He loves sushi. And I just sometimes take one slice of a sushi most of the time. The third thing is a food court has been opened up in a Papakura a few months ago. Really good thing has been in crafted beers are there. If you like steak and all that stuff, that is there. And recently they opened up an ice cream shop as well. So like these 3 things,
the waffle cones. Yeah, I get the waffles. I loved the lads actually took me out recently to, what is the name of the Vietnamese place in there?
Oh, that's a Vietnamese place.
I can't think of it, but man, it's delicious.
Yes.
I thank you for that lunch. No, very good. If you're getting a haircut in Papakura, where are you going? What barber?
Oh, there's a Middle Eastern shop just opposite side of a countdown. I don't know the name actually, but yeah, it's something called Cuts. They give a lovely cut.
Oh, maybe it's Smart Cuts.
Oh, yes, Smart Cuts. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Craig.
Okay, Ricky Bala also goes there as well.
We get a special deal.
You get a special deal?
We get the special. Alex and Ammy, the best special.
So Alex and Ammy, the duo, so real estate agents may be watching, people thinking about getting into real estate. Just talk about why work as a team. What benefit do you get out of it personally?
Personally, a lot of benefits like time management, and if I have any family commitments, I can make myself. And Alex is always there to manage the things in my absence as well. And the other thing, the most important part comes when you list something, properties, someone give their property to sell it to you. There's no time frame when they're going to give the listing to sell. But what if you have a plan to go out somewhere? So like that works really well in between us. If I'm out for 1 week or 4 days, Alex manage in my absence everything. And if Alex is away, I manage everything in his absence. The teamwork is amazing. We motivate each other all the time. Sometimes bad news comes up or economies. So if we go a couple of months back or say around a year back when everyone talking about the market is down or there's a recession, we pushed each other and we always been a positive. We don't talk negative at all. This is another good part. You stay. Someone keeps you accountable for everything. That is the key.
Do you? What does that accountability look like to each other? Is he quite firm with you at times? Are you firm with him? I've never seen you guys come to blows, but I imagine at times you need to have a firm word with each other. What does that look like for you?
Well, I call him Angry Bird. So I oftenly says, he says, you go Angry Bird comes up. So, he's really on to his timetable. His time management is far better than mine one, honestly.
Talk to me and the viewers about your branch manager, and I premise that question, that prompt by saying I've worked under the person that he's going to talk about, and I know how awesome she is, but how important and how much value she adds in your real estate business. So talk to me about Glenna Shirley, your branch manager out there at Papakura. What is she like, and could you do it without her? What kind of support does she offer you in your business?
Glenna Shirley, in our office, we often call her a mama as well. Kind of support she gives us, it's just amazing. There's no words, there's no number I can define, a 1 to 10 or anything. There's no numbers. The other thing, she always asks for GML, which is get me more listings, right? So yeah, support is there all the time available, overlooking all your transactions, whatever you've been doing it. And if you need a side support, she's always there. In Harcourts, in any company, I believe managers plays a critical role into the office, and whatever she's been doing, she goes over and over for everything for us. And I believe we are her favorite as well. Don't tell everybody.
If you're not getting the support of someone like Glenna Shirley in your real estate career, then you are seriously missing out on something quite special. Would it be fair to say?
Exactly, yeah. You need that person's in the office all the time. Yeah, she's amazing. I don't have words to describe how good she is in a real estate, amount of knowledge she got. It's just amazing.
Talk to me about social media and internet advertising of property, and not necessarily paid advertising either. But I've noticed with every single property you guys list, it goes into all of these various groups on Facebook, like Auckland Real Estate or property under 800, property under 900. Is it worth doing it, or talk to me about why you guys do that?
Oh, there's sole reason, you can't achieve on a paper media what you can achieve on a digital media. You never know where your audience is looking to buy the property. It can be in some different sort of platforms such as in a Facebook or Instagram, or a lot of people use now TikTok as well. So we use all the platforms, all the groups, giving a extra visibility to the property available. Yeah, I think to achieve a top dollar and to find the right buyer, your property, if you are listing, you're looking to sell, it has to be on every single digital platforms.
And Marketplace doesn't cost you anything on Facebook.
Well, exactly. That is completely free unless you want to sponsor some ads. But I believe, me and Alex have worked out, if you can manage the kind of leads comes from a social media without even making a sponsor ads or paying sort of money. If you nurture them, the buyers right technique has been used. Those buyers comes and buy a property, and I can share my experience. It's been a couple of while back. We sold one of the property from a Instagram video.
Well,
So which video never been liked by the vendor. The vendor asked us to take the video off, and Alex kept it on. And the buyer came up from the video, and they paid 1.650 for that property. So 1.6 million plus the buyer has paid came from our Instagram social video. That is the strength and the power of our social media.
And that was the other thing I was going to say, is that you guys are you're not shy, and so you get in front of the camera and record a lot of short reels and a lot of short videos about your property. Has it paid dividends for you? So you've just told me you've actually sold a property to a buyer you found off Insta, which is remarkable, and it to me it just shows that the digital landscape is really changing. Do you have situations where people go, "Oh, hey, I've seen your videos online"?
Oh, every time, every property. Most of the buyers who comes on and see our property, they definitely go on a certain platforms, Facebook, Instagram or other platform, and they say, "Oh, I saw your video. How come you sold that property that quicker?" And so, look, I was about to come and see the property, but I saw your video on a Facebook reel or so that the property been sold. So that. But we do get a compliment from the people and all that stuff.
It's really surprising to me to know that you get such great cut through from getting in front of the camera and recording video. And by the way, not necessarily polished, re-recorded, re-rehearsed video. It's just straight off the cuff. Here's the phone. Here's my vendor. Here's the property, and you just tell your story. Look at the camera and just tell an agent that may be watching this podcast that's not recording video at the moment as part of their real estate business. Why should they do it, and when should they do it? And should they worry about it being polished, or should they just get straight into it?
Great question again. You do anything you like, do everything you can. Polishing a video, sitting in the office, waiting for the good script and making something. You never know what's going to work in the back end. So you need to do a lot of things. Something will work. You need to touch all the bases on the videos. If you like something, if you want to make sort of any sort of clip or reel, do it. Don't waste your time just thinking about it, or you need someone to, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to send someone to polish that. I'm going to come back and then going to post it. No, you see all the big agents who've been doing it really good, how they started. A lot of things happen on your video. Sometimes your normal video, which you need to deliver the message. It's, running a news channel where the videos has to be polished and all that stuff. It's just, you're going to deliver the message. What do you have a knowledge you are doing in your local area, what actually people want to hear. Yes, I feel like don't waste your time in the office again and making for a polished video. Just do whatever you can do, deliver the raw messages, what people like.
Raw and organic.
Yes.
This is who I am. This is what I've got. I love it. I really love it. What's next for you? You've smashed goals out of the park. You're the top agents in Papakura. Top 20 for the Harcourts Northern region for 2023, 2024. You must be kind of recalibrating. I'm curious, what's next for Alex and Ammy?
Goal hasn't finished. We believe, Alex and I, we haven't even achieved our goal yet. So being number one in Harcourts New Age, it wasn't our goal. The goal... the sky is the limit for us, for me and Alex. We want to be a number one in Harcourts North region, and say top 20s in countryside. That's the minimum goal we're looking at this stage. We want to do the best. We work hungry. We want to do the best. We want to achieve every single award which Harcourts can give us. We want to show people how the team work, how two different ethnicity can work together, how two strangers can become friends like a brothers, and how the best we can do.
If you had to cherry pick one thing from all the activities that you do in real estate that makes you go, I love it. This is the best feeling of satisfaction. What is that for you?
Selling the property on the market, taking vendors' feedback, taking buyers' feedback, and then letting the audience know that this is what we have achieved. It's all achievement for us. It's all good for us.
Love it. Ammy, thanks for the quick catch up. How many appraisals have you got after this afternoon?
Oh, we got only one appraisal for today and a few viewings. We have done a few things. We put all our directionals out. We booked one sold sticker, which is going to happen tomorrow. Yes, a lot of things pending.
If there's a property owner that's watched our catch up and they're considering a sale, A, is now a good time to go on the market, and B, who should they call? How can they get in contact with you?
Great. If you've been thinking to sell, it's never a bad time to sell your property. But all you need, the local expert agent who knows how to talk to the buyers, how to present your property to the market, who will be the right audience that comes from an agent's experience. The agent has to be hungry, want to get the things done for you.
What's the number?
Oh, yeah, to call Alex or Ammy, but yeah, I'll give my number at this time, 022-080-1392 to call me. But at the same time, you can reach Alex as well on his phone.
If there's been any agents that have watched our conversation and they're interested in maybe having a chat about what our team's like, maybe jumping on board, are they welcome to give you a call as well?
Well, if you've been looking to come and join us, we are looking for good people who want to do work, who want to grow in their life, want to do something good. If you are not being successful in different companies or different offices, come and talk to Alex and Ammy. Yes, we are looking for our associates all the time.
Nice. Take care. We'll do this again soon.
Thank you so much, Craig. Lovely to be here. Thank you for your questions.
Awesome. That's the Property Podcast, another episode done and dusted. Hey, next time we're going to catch up with the better-looking half of this dynamic duo. I'm sorry, Ammy.
All good.
Alex Dunn's on the show next. Until next time, happy selling. Take care. Talk soon. See ya.